You are at a dinner table. Someone across from you picks up their glass. Without thinking, you pick up yours. Someone laughs and you smile, even though you did not hear the joke. Someone crosses their arms and 30 seconds later, you notice your own arms are crossed. You did not decide to do any of this. You were not aware it was happening. And yet it happened over and over every single day of your life. You are not in control of yourself as much as you think you are. This is not a metaphor. This is not a self-help provocation. This is one of the most replicated findings in modern neuroscience, and it changes everything about how you understand your own behavior, your own opinions, your own desires, and the person you believe yourself to be. It starts with a discovery made almost by accident. In the early 1990s, a team of researchers at the University of Parma, led by neuroscientist Giacomo Rizzolatti, were studying the motor neurons in macaque monkeys. These are the neurons that fire when the monkey reaches for food. One afternoon, a researcher walked into the lab eating an ice cream cone. The monkey was still. It was not moving. It was not reaching for anything. And yet its motor neurons fired anyway, in exactly the same pattern as if the monkey itself had reached out and grabbed the food. The monkey's brain did not distinguish between doing something and watching someone else do it. Rizzolatti called these mirror neurons. And when researchers began looking for the same system in the human brain, they found something far more elaborate. Your brain does not just mirror physical actions, it mirrors emotions, it mirrors intentions, it mirrors the internal states of the people around you in real time, without your permission and without your awareness. When you watch someone in pain, the pain regions of your own brain activate. When you see someone smile, the muscles in your face begin to prepare a smile before you consciously decide to make one. When someone near you feels afraid, your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, responds as though the danger might be yours too. You are not just observing the world. You are constantly, involuntarily, running simulations of other people inside your own nervous system. Psychologist Tanya Chartrand at Duke University spent years documenting what she calls the Chameleon Effect. In her research, people unconsciously mirrored the postures, gestures, and facial expressions of whoever they were interacting with, often within seconds, and with no awareness it was happening at all. More striking still, the people who were mirrored reported liking the person who mirrored them more, even though they could not explain why. Mimicry creates connection. Your brain uses it as social glue. But here is where it gets uncomfortable. The mirror system does not just copy behavior, it copies belief. There is a phenomenon researchers call social contagion. Emotions, attitudes, and even opinions spread through groups the way a virus spreads through a population, not because anyone chooses to adopt them, but because human brains are built to synchronize. Psychologist Elaine Hatfield at the University of Hawaii documented emotional contagion for decades, showing that people unconsciously absorb the emotional states of those around them, often within moments of contact, and then experience those states as their own. Think about what that means for your life. The anger you feel in a room full of angry people. Is that your anger? The pessimism that settles over you after spending an hour with someone who sees the world as threatening. Is that your worldview? The enthusiasm you feel in a crowd. The anxiety you carry home from a difficult conversation. How much of what you think of as your inner life is actually a reflection of the inner lives of the people nearest to you? This is not a comfortable question, and most people never think to ask it. Your brain evolved this system for a reason. For the vast majority of human history, your survival depended on your group. Staying synchronized with the people around you, reading their emotions instantly, anticipating their actions before they happened, coordinating without explicit communication, these were not social niceties. They were survival tools. The mirror system is what allowed small groups of humans with no claws, no armor, and no great speed to coordinate well enough to take down animals 10 times their size. It is what made collective action possible. It is what made language possible. It is what made civilization possible. Your brain is a social organ first. Everything else came second. But the same system that held your ancestors together is now being used against you in ways they never could have imagined. Every platform you scroll through is engineered to exploit your mirror system. Outrage spreads faster than joy because threat responses are evolutionarily prioritized. Your brain mirrors the emotional state of the content in front of it before you have time to evaluate whether that content reflects reality. You watch someone express fear, and your amygdala responds. You watch someone perform certainty, and your own sense of certainty shifts. You watch a crowd believe something, and the social circuitry in your brain registers that as evidence that the belief might be true. You are not scrolling passively. You are absorbing. Rizzolati's original discovery has been debated, refined, and complicated in the decades since. The mirror neuron system in humans is not a simple copy-paste mechanism. It is a distributed, flexible network that interacts with memory, context, and intention. You do not mindlessly become whoever you are watching, but the core finding holds. Your brain is built to simulate others, and that simulation bleeds into your own experience in ways that are largely invisible to you. So what do you do with that? The first step is awareness. You cannot fully opt out of the mirror system. It is not a setting you can disable, but you can become conscious of the inputs. The people you spend the most time with are not just companions. They are a neurological environment. Their emotional states, their habits of mind, their levels of ambition or resignation, their relationship with fear or with curiosity, these things do not stay on their side of the table. They come home with you. Choose your environment the way you would choose what to put in your body. Because in a very literal sense, that is exactly what you are doing. The emotions in the room become your emotions. The beliefs of the group become the water you swim in. The behavior of the people around you becomes the template your brain uses to generate your own. Giacomo Rizzolati's macaque monkey sat perfectly still and reached for food it never touched. Its brain could not tell the difference between the action and the observation. Your brain is doing the same thing right now. It has been doing it your entire life. The only question worth asking is, whose moves have you been mirroring?